Hello, I'm Brandon Brooks from Brandon's Game Stew, and to my left there is Ashley Parker.
Yes, lad.
To my right is Jonathan Cannon.
What's up?
And over the other side of the room is Scott Meek. And what's the name of your YouTube channel, Scott? Prizer. Okay. Well, today, this is the official first episode.
Woo!
Yeah!
Woo!
And this episode, I think, it probably wean off a little bit at the end, but it's going to be about movie remakes.
Unfortunately.
So, Ashley, have you seen any movie remakes?
Friday the 13th, and it was absolutely terrible.
Which remake? There's been like 20 remakes.
I think it came out like a couple of years ago. I think it was maybe in 2008 where they absolutely ruined Jason.
Oh, that one.
Oh, well, is that the one where they made him like
agree.
a fucking like machine? Like,
Nah,
Yeah,
that's Jason
basically, like,
X.
he's,
That's Jason X.
Because the thing is though, in all the other Friday the 13th, he's like just a big walking tank where he's slow as hell, but he's unstoppable. But in that, they turn him into like a ninja and he runs about. He's seriously like, his main weapon in the entire film isn't the machete, it's a bow and arrow.
What?
Exactly, it's a bow and arrow. It's the bow and arrow, and it shows you how. First of all, it shows you how he gets his mask, which is a redneck who's making love to a porn magazine. See, I'm not exaggerating. He really do. He gets a porn. He does actually get a porn magazine and start licking it.
Okay.
And yeah, so you see Jason, and basically there's a guy in there from fucking. I can't remember the series he was from, but basically there's an actual fight where he rugby tackles the bastard.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
It was terrible.
I was on is it called IMDb, the website about the movies,
Yeah.
and I've seen a few remakes that are coming up, and I'm not happy.
Go
Go on.
Okay, I'm not sure if anyone in this room has seen Hellraiser.
I have.
Okay, the remaking Hellraiser.
I already knew about that.
So I didn't know about it till the other day, till I looked at it.
That's a bit.
I already knew about it, but I didn't want to talk about it.
See, I watched the original Hellraiser, and that was like, for the time, I wasn't born when it was made. But was it called? But for that, I'm guessing for the time, it was the most disturbing film ever because it's got some really grim shit in it. Have you seen it?
No.
You've not seen Hellraiser?
No.
Just check it out.
Good film.
It's weird. It's like this guy dies and he comes back and he's just like a skeleton. Oh well, at first he starts off as like a corpse, but then is it his wife? And she starts killing people so he can get his flesh back. It's weird as fuck.
Strange.
Yeah, and apparently they're remaking that film, and
That could go horribly wrong.
yeah, but I don't think it's not a remake because it has going on for a little bit like I said it would. They're making the new Silent Hill film and it's coming out this year.
Why? The
But-
other one's terrible.
But they're saying that they're sticking more to the original games. Not the first game. They're sticking to the Silent Hill 3 on that one.
James.
Silent Hill 2.
Fucking since you've gone forward a little bit.
You said it's not technically a remake. It's technically like
Silent Hill
next
3
one in
Silent
the
Hill
series.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Heather's gonna be in it.
Who are they gonna get to play as? Because I wouldn't actually be surprised if they had the Resident Evil girl who plays Alice. Because let's say she's in all
Oh
the
my
terrible
fucking
ones.
god, no!
Oh.
I mean,
Fucking Mila Jovovich.
yeah, is that? Don't get me wrong.
That'll be
I think.
it, that's when the
Get me wrong.
film's
I think she's good. I think she's good. Problem is, though, she just takes fucking bad acting jobs.
Apparently, the girl that's gonna be playing Heather in the film is she was in a film recently. I can't remember what film it was. That's fucking stupid. But she's an Australian actress. Even though, so I'm guessing they're gonna give her an American accent because
Hopefully.
imagine that fucking Heather with an Australian accent. It's like
It
I
wouldn't
thought
fit in.
films that are coming out that are just gonna be terrible. Since Michael Bay has basically fucking ruined everything with the.
Teenage Mutant. Is it?
Well, you see, it's not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles anymore because apparently they're gonna be aliens.
Yeah,
It's just and the film's just gonna be called Ninja Turtles.
Well, it's not
Nah,
teenage.
it doesn't do it.
No, it's just.
Exactly, the film's just called Ninja Turtles because.
But
they're
the thing
aliens,
is,
apparently.
I read this interview with Michael Bay, and he started taking the piss out of the fans. He was saying like, oh yeah, because was it called turtles that get mutated is really realistic, and I was like, it was a cartoon, you prick.
Exactly. It's like if you're gonna make a film based on based on comics and TV shows, be a fan of it so you know what you're actually doing. Don't just like come up with an idea and pull it out your ass.
Let's just not get started on Michael Bay.
Because Michael Bay's ruined the fucking Transformers.
Yeah,
It's like the films were terrible.
I didn't like
Well,
it.
you weren't real. You were already standing on.
See,
one
there's only one good thing, and that's just like how they get the Transformers to look. But then they miss out quite a few of them. Like my favorite one in there is Hot Rod, but you never see him.
Yeah.
Where they fucking replace him with Bumblebee, who's the worst idea for fucking a Transformer.
When
in the
Bumblebee
world.
was getting like fucking mutilated and shit, I was happy on the first one.
When he gets his legs cut off.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Can Bumblebee even talk? Though?
He just started talking, but then
He
the
just started talking,
on the second film he starts talking.
Yeah, they fix his like his little voice box. Then in the second film, he's back to using radio stuff, and I was like, oh, that's a bit of a downgrade.
Because he doesn't even explain why.
Yeah, because like, you can understand if they explain like at the start, film was like, oh, there was a malfunction, and like it can't ever be repaired. But then it's like, no, he's not. He's using radio language. So
it was just pull off like a Skyrim rip-off. He took a wrench to the knee.
wrench to the knee.
No, but the biggest thing about them films, and I don't know if anyone agrees, Shia LaBeouf. I do not like Shia LaBeouf at all.
Shia LaBeouf is just. Even Stevens, he's
okay.
good in. Even
like
Stevens is where he's good, but then it's just like, well, what's the point in the rest?
Yeah, and in Halls he was okay, I guess.
Halls was a good film.
Halls was a good film. I watched it in second in English class.
You don't know what Halls is?
No, just remind me why.
That one where he gets like arrested.
He gets
the one where
sent
they dig
that
holes.
desert and every day.
Oh
they just
right,
dig
yeah,
holes.
where he ends up in that.
I did that in
Yeah.
school. I read the book and shit.
I read the book and watched it.
In the school, I must have watched
that.
that film about 50 billion times. That's the only film they had.
Okay, anyway, back to remakes.
Yeah, we're getting a bit off topic.
Yeah, well, it was not really a topic. It's still about films, but okay, back to remakes.
Well, I think we should just make the topic about films.
Okay.
We're gonna keep going off track anyway.
Anyway, but this is a remake film I'm talking about.
Right.
It's not. It's already been remade. It's kind of an old film now. I went to watch it at the cinema a few years back.
Remade.
No, it's not been remade. It's a remake of an old film, but it was a remake a couple of years back. Like actually, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. Did anyone see the Nightmare on Elm Street remake?
Oh, yeah,
I
I
really
did.
wish. It's like fucking yeah, I wish I had.
But the thing is, Freddy Krueger used to be my favorite like evil guy.
But now they've just turned him into a joke.
They turned him into a paedophile.
Oh.
On that film, originally it was just a child killer. Okay, that's not good, is it? A child killer.
It's like a child killer is like the perfect setting for like a really disturbing like criminal.
Yeah, but they don't make him a paedophile in any of the original ones, but then they make him a paedophile in the new ones, and I don't like the guy they got to play him. It's the same guy who played Rorschach in.
I think what annoys me though, it's the face that they give him.
Yeah, it's like okay, I guess it's more realistic what Burns actually look like, and it is more realistic than Burns actually look like.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Do you want me to cut that bit out?
No, it's fine. Don't worry.
We just keep it as part.
Well, interruption.
Anyway.
Someone lock the door.
He was locked. He knew the password. Sorry about that.
Anyway,
Yeah, the guy that got to play Freddy Krueger in that film is what's it called? The guy who plays Rorschach in Watchmen.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So you went from being a super badass superhero
So a paedophile with a burnt face.
Oh,
Well, to
God.
be honest with you, it kind of does make sense. One more movie as a superhero.
But in both of the films, he's had his face
Yeah.
covered. He's like, he's an ugly bastard.
Yeah, but in Watchmen, you've got to admit he's got a really cool mask.
Yeah,
The way all
yeah.
the
it doesn't make sense though. How does it work?
Exactly. It's like they explain like how he knows like they explain like all of his stuff, but it's like fucking mystical mask of power.
I know. He's like, okay, you've got a mask and it moves. Okay, is it one of those hologram things? Like, ooh, move it side to side and it moves. Like, so he's like shaking his head. Like,
not standing still.
he's like, whoa, fucking yes. So actually, they're saying that on Watchmen, he kills that paedophile guy, and on Nightmare on Elm Street, he is a paedophile.
Must have took his job.
Well, I wouldn't imagine so, because in like unless they base it like an opposite storyline to Watchmen, because at Watchmen he doesn't exactly do very well at the end, does he? Because he kind of gets.
That's the best scene in that film. Like, he just walking, he goes
Well, that'll
boom.
explain the burnt face.
Well, yeah, burnt face. It'll be.
He's in pieces.
He just turns into a red mist.
Yeah, it's just.
I was the same.
Just a
Same
bag of
Bolton.
meat just
Rest
lying
in
across the
pieces.
room.
Rest in
It's
pieces.
not even pieces. It's just like fog. It's like.
oh.
Yeah, he turns to mist and then he's just like. Fucking blow him
But
away.
the thing is about Watchmen,
Animated.
I think that film let me down.
Why?
It was. I guess in a way it's good because it's a very dark film.
It's good to see superheroes when they're not like fucking. Like real.
Superman like, I am Superman. I am good.
Yeah.
And then you see like evil superhero. Well, not, he's a superhero, but evil. Who's it called? The comedian in it. He's called the comedian, the superhero.
Yeah.
And he's like he kills kids and everything, and kills that pregnant woman.
It's all twisted.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good film when I first watched it, but these fucking sex scenes galore in that film.
Oh God, I know.
It's like
Just watching a porno.
it's like watching softcore porn. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's it verges
Well,
on the.
basically, porn with a storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I like porn with storylines. It interests me. It draws you in.
What? The pizza
Draws
delivery boy.
draws it. It's like, I got your pizza.
It's like, what's it called?
3D porn.
3D porn. Oh my god.
No.
Okay, so
Spy Kids edition with 4D. You can smell it.
you can
all.
smell the cock.
See,
Oh.
see,
My
I mean,
girl smells sex.
the most disappointing, the most annoying thing I've seen is first of all the Piranha film.
Piranha 3DD.
Oh.
See, have you finally seen it now?
I've
Do you see
seen
what
it.
I mean? That the person who plays fucking Doc Brown from Back to the Future,
Christopher Lloyd.
one of the best guys ever, even in fucking what was the
I've never
Who
seen
Framed
Piranha.
Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
Because he's great in that film as well. I know they're like he's ruined himself by putting himself in that film. The only other there's only
Tagline in that film. What's it called? He's like double the piranhas, double the fear, double the D's.
Oh yeah, I was
It's like what?
no, it was yeah, Johnny doing that. You realise it's a fucking podcast.
Yes, I know. I just do it anyway.
He just dropped his
See, the thing is,
boobs.
though, it's like, what is it? Fucking David Hasselhoff's in it.
Oh,
The black guy from Mission Impossible, like the first 3 films, where he's got like his
narrow
legs
it down.
missing.
yeah, the black guy.
Yeah, that's
Oh, no.
worse. That's
I think he's
worse
gonna
than
get
going-
killed first.
That's worse than going. Yeah, you know the black guy in the film. You know the one that always gets killed first. That's basically what you're putting out there to everybody.
That still is a bad cliche, though. You're in
Yeah.
every single
See,
horror
it-
film.
That's it.
Like we were saying, like in that Halloween Resurrection, fucking Buster Rhymes. He's
Yeah.
a fucking ninja.
Yeah, but right, that's the thing though. You think he's dead, and you go, well, at least he killed out the cliche. No, the fucker survives.
So-
Kicks his ass still and
Okay,
escapes. It's
okay.
like,
See, if you watch
Who
the-
did that?
If you watch Dance vs Evil, the black guy doesn't die first. He's like, what was it? Fucking fought through him last. He still dies, but at least he lasts a little while.
Yeah. Did anyone ever watch the film It? About the clown, Stephen King.
Yes, I did.
It's been
I did.
ages since I've watched it.
Yeah, that was his.
don't even have a clue what you're going on.
I
You're
watched it.
uneducated swine.
It's like,
I
it's like
watched
she- Uneducated swine. I was gonna say you should see it's like a really, and I think going from remakes to films, remakes to games. HD collections for a start, because Brandon has had a bad unfortunate
Ugh.
moment. With Brandon being like possibly the biggest Silent Hill fan ever, and
Yeah.
he bought the Silent Hill HD collection, which is the 2nd and the 3rd game. So Brandon, what do you want to give us like what you thought of it? Like, what are your favorite gaming series?
Okay. It's got Silent Hill 2 and 3. Silent Hill 2 is my favourite Silent Hill game. But I'm not a big fan of the new voice acting because, like, they make... Okay, you find out... spoilers, so if you haven't played Silent Hill 2 or 3, don't
Which you
listen.
should.
Yeah, because... fuck off!
Yeah, I know.
You got to the hospital and you're like, nah.
Yeah.
You can please it.
Actually,
by
we'll
the
leave it
time
in
Brandon
description
completes the
saying
game-
spoilers to Silent 2 and 3.
Yeah, well, it's got spoilers anyway. So,
We spoiled most of the films.
HD collection of Silent Hill is Silent Hill 2 is my favourite game. I'm not a big fan of James's new voice, and he's like, you can tell he's the murderer in it. He's like the one who killed his wife at the end because he's like, and like later in the game there's this big fat guy in it called Eddie, and he's like, and you fight, and the original you find him in the bowling place eating pizza, and the original guy goes, how can you sit there and eat pizza? And he's like, but in the remake with the new voices, he goes, how can you sit there and eat pizza?
Basically, they give him like the Christian Bale Batman voice.
Yeah, Christian Bale Batman voice, and
Rattling bricks.
but they've took out loads of the fog, so you see textures like you're not supposed to see. They've took out sound effects, so I think it's just technically a downgrade from the PS2 version. The only thing that's good is the graphics, and that's not even that great.
No, it's like they say, it's an upgrade, but we're downgrading it at the same time.
But I think something that actually, I'm not sure what's your take on the what's it called, Metal Gear Solid
The Metal
HD
Gear Solid
collection.
HD collection. See, I think it's good, but there's some about it that I wasn't very fond of.
What?
But basically, it was if you play through the game, they give you the original 2 games from the MSX. They
Hard as fuck.
yeah, well, Brandon's a retro gamer. He tried them, and me and Brandon couldn't get past the first fucking level.
It was fucking terrible.
Yeah, we took a go. Yeah, we took a go on the first one. And
So we was like outside playing it for like 5 minutes. I'm like,
yeah, Brandon played for like
No.
5 minutes and he couldn't do it. So I tried the second one. I got my ass kicked in a matter. I was running around like a fucking madman trying to find the entrance.
yeah.
I don't know. There's something about
Bomb going off
the
and
game.
everything.
It's just something about the game that it seems a little bit off, where it's not as good as the other ones were.
Yeah. But see, I'm not a big fan of Metal Gear Solid, but I do think that Metal Gear Solid got a better treatment than Silent Hill got.
Metal Gear Solid got like had it perfectly done. It kept them all the same, just rounded off the graphics a tiny bit, and then
Yeah.
it gave you like the 2 original games.
And
Wait.
Konami, next time you fuck us, can you lube up, please? because I like to be lubed up when I get fucked in the ass. Anyway, we'll just end the episode now. And tune in next time when we'll talk about some more films and games or
Yeah,
whatever.
we'll probably in the start of the second episode, we'll probably tell you like what the episode's going to be about.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Bye.
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 Cheers.